Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft. This is a sort of a sequel or follow-up to my Counter Monkey video where I talked about all the adventures that we had dealing with the Sundered, and later on I hinted that there would be more to follow with the Withered. And this is that follow-up video, and I just decided for this first video I'm going to give you just a little tiny bit of a tour of what our world is like. So where am I right now? Well, we're surrounded by bedrock, and I accidentally broke that while I was waving my hand at you there. But this is where our players will actually spawn in. The first time you log into the world, you can be dropped down here into this pool of water, because we don't want people to just start wandering around willy-nilly. We are a little bit of a control freak here. We do have a story that we are kind of wanting to evolve. So we just want people to play along by our rules. So if you want to leave the prison, you gotta talk to one of us. Talk to either Beethan Ainsley, who runs the server, or myself, Headmaster Nooners, or Hunting for Aces, because we are all the people in charge of the story. And I'm wearing a rather spiffy Knight Templar outfit because I'm the Headmaster of the Heroes Academy. So you talk to one of us, and we'll get you all set up so you can break free and fly out. And if you need a quick little primer on the story, well, that's what this chest is for, and it'll tell you all about how to get to the academy and what's going on so far. So we'll just fly south for a bit over hills and mountains, and I'm actually going to, pardon me a moment here, I'm going to turn off the rain because it's sort of giving me some frame rate lag here, and I don't want you guys to suffer through choppy video, and well, that's much better. There's a few other things that you're going to want to see at some point here along the way too, like this, for example. This tiny little shack, well, it's a mining quarry. It's a ravine. It's not like a quarry like in Tekkit or Yogcraft or anything like that, because we don't have any of that. This is just plain old vanilla Minecraft. Nothing special. And I'll show you that ravine later, because there are actually some interesting things out there, but that's not what we're looking at today. This here is the first sign of the academy. This is our lighthouse. And just fix up that visual bug there. I don't know why Minecraft does that. But here is our lighthouse, where our guards can come along, they can see what's going on and keep an eye on everyone. And if we come along here, we'll do a quick flyby, and then I'll take you through everything in detail. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new and improved Heroes Academy. All of its glory. It's not just a single tower anymore. Now it's a big, sprawling campus. Since I've gotten a little bit better at building stuff in Minecraft, I can actually build circles now, and my designs have gotten a bit bigger and a bit bolder. And so this is pretty much everything that there is to see right now. A bunch of buildings here, and I'll take you through everything one at a time. I'll start you off with the first building that you see as you come over the hill. You can see the lighthouse. This is the Hero's Altar, and it's built by Darkblade. And he did a very cool thing, I thought. It's sort of a shrine or a memorial to... Ooh. Okay. Sound effects are a little off-putting there. Let me actually... Alright, that's better. So, we come around here and we'll take a look, and we can see, you know, it's just sort of a nice little altar with diamond and obsidian and quartz around, just for people to pay tributes to the heroes of old. But what's this? Looks like there's a hole in the ground, and if we go down here, sure enough, there is something down here. It's sort of a little secret lab that Darkblade has going, where he's doing some crafting and some potion brewing. And it's sort of interesting, but I don't know what he's up to yet, and I'm not going to worry about it too much because, well, I can't know everything right from the word go, can I? Because that would just be kind of boring, wouldn't it? Yeah. So if we come along here, first thing up on the agenda, this is our archery range. Hunting for Aces actually made this not too long ago. And as you recall from the main video, Hunting for Aces was my good friend who actually turned out to be the guy behind the Sundered invasion. But I think he's sort of learned his lesson. I think he's a good guy now, but I've still got my eye on him, so we'll see if he's true to his word. And we've got our bows and arrows here for our archery, so our students can see just how well of a shot they are, and they can practice their skills so they can become the next Merida or Katniss or Hawkeye or Legolas or Robin Hood or whoever it is that they want to be. So that's there for them to practice and to hone their skills at. And moving right along, I got a little turned around there. You can see it here. This is Hunting for Ace's gigantic home. This is his elder tree. And I'm actually not going to take you inside it right now because that's a video all of its own. And I kind of want him there to give us the grand tour. But if you're traveling from afar, you're going to need a place to store your trusty horse. So these are stables. Pretty simple, but here's my horse. Here's my boy. Hi, Sundered. How you doing? You being a good horse? Yeah, I know you are. And over here we have Hunting for Ace's steed, a noble horse by the name of Spade, a deep chestnut brown. So we're storing them there. We have some spots for some other people if they want to bring their horses in too. That's fine. This here is our main atrium. Let me set the time back to dawn here so we can see things a little better. Oof, that's better. That's much better. Oh, look at that beautiful sunrise. In case I didn't mention it already, this is the Conquest texture pack. And it's very good for the most part. There are a few things I want to change about it. I'll make a custom texture pack that I'll recommend people play with, but for the most part, it works out pretty well. And this is the Seal the Academy here, the 3 trees. Why 3 trees? Well, because we found these here and we decided to build the academy around them. So these are 3 trees, spruce, birch, and oak, along with the academy motto, Ex Trinitas Unum, which means out of 3, one, excuse me. Moving right along, we have a sort of pyramid-shaped building here. This pyramid-shaped building, which actually looks like an arrow point here if you view it from above, is the academy library. So if we head inside, we got books on all the shelves. We might actually write some books later and stick them in chests here so you can actually read them. And plenty of desks around tables, chairs around tables for our students to read up and practice on. Same thing with the second floor. And if we head up one more floor, there's a sort of a top floor here for more books to be held. It's very simple, but it feels strangely big on the outside, at least on the bottom floor. It does not look like it should be this big, which is one of the cool things I like about it. Moving right along here, this is our Lapis Lazuli hub, where we're going to build a fast travel system that'll take you between all the major locations on the server. And it's also where we have our beacon. And what our beacon does is it grants us a regeneration buff and a resistance buff, so that if by chance we're attacked, our students will have a better shot at surviving, and will just help them stay safe on campus, which is a good thing to have. This here, this gigantic castle with a steeple up top, the quartz steeple, these are our dorm towers. And again, we have the 3 trees, the diamond, the emerald, and the gold, and just some netherrack to give it a little pizzazz and help light it up at night a bit. Excuse me there. Thank you. So all of our dorms are more or less outlined the same. If you come in here, I can show you one. There's a lot more room in these dorms than there were in the old academy. There's a lot more floor space, and everybody still has a bed and a chest, but they also get a little cauldron now so they can wash their faces in the morning. Oh, with a lovely view of the surrounding landscape on this side. But an added bonus is that we have some decorations here at the bottom. So if students want to take some paintings or some signs and some carpet, well, then they can do that, and they can decorate their room to their own style a little bit. One other cool thing that I like doing is the people up on the top floor have sort of a domed room, a bit of a penthouse suite sort of feel. So I think that might be for the upperclassmen only. Next up on the list we have our farms, actually, which if I don't sound that happy with the farms, it's because I'm not. They're not very impressive. They're not very cool. I kind of want to do something a little different with them, so I might just tear this down and start something new from scratch over again, because the farms at the old world were a lot cooler. I'm not really too thrilled with this. If you guys have any ideas for how a farm would look, or you have any ideas for redstone circuitry or anything like that, or just building ideas in general for anything at the academy, feel free to leave me a comment down below, and I would love to hear your ideas. Moving right along here, this building here with these 4 wings, this is the main classroom tower. So heading up, it's sort of a cage heading up. We'll take you straight around up to the top, and at the top all 4 of our wings. You walk out, you can see the landscape across, and I will show you everything, I promise. All 4 of the classrooms have a nice carpeted floor, places for our students to sit, and a podium for all the teachers to give their lessons on, sort of a lectern of sorts. But I'm having trouble flying. One moment. That's better. All of our classrooms have a different look. This one here has a black and white checkered floor, and all the wood in all the classes is also different too. If you take a look, I'm pretty sure that's birch. I don't know quite yet with this texture pack. That's oak, although that texture pack seems to be acting up a little bit there on the lectern. Oof, I don't know what's up with that. But that's what's going on there. Now, of course, there are some other classrooms here that I took a page out of Hogwarts' design, because if you remember from Hogwarts and Harry Potter, the potions classroom is underground. At the Heroes Academy, our potions classroom is also underground, deep in the dungeons, where our students can gather around with their cauldrons and their alchemy labs, and there's a place up here for the teachers to stand too, along with all of our ingredients in the chest and empty bottles so our students can learn how to do things properly. But there's no gunpowder, and that's quite deliberate, because the last thing you want to give a bunch of untrained students is the access to explosives. So that's going to be very carefully controlled. And across the way here, we have an enchanting laboratory where students can learn how to enchant weapons and armor and tools to better assist them in their quests across the land. And also, you might have noticed off to the side here, there are a couple of doors, and inside those doors are advanced enchanting laboratories, because all your tools will become enchanted quicker if the enchanting table is surrounded by books. So that's why that is there. A question I actually had, this table seems to be like bleeding red or something. There's some sort of a red blotch on it. If any of you know why that is with the Conquest texture pack, then please feel free to tell me, because I'm very curious as to why that is now. Anyways, moving right along, I think it's the sunset. It's about midday, so take a whole day just to go around the campus. It's a big place. It's a big place. Over here we have a much different sort of thing than the classroom dungeon, which I like very much. This is our nice, relaxing garden or park where people can come and just sort of get away from everything for a little bit. They can relax, sit down with their friends on a bench, enjoy the scenery around them, and just take in the sights and enjoy the river. I like doing this a lot because a lot of the stuff I build in Minecraft is sort of symmetrical in nature. It's all very round or very square, and that was something very different that I really enjoyed doing. So that was a lot of fun, actually, putting down the gravel pathway and everything else. Moving along here, I think you guys might actually like to see my office. That square structure over there, that was abandoned. We were building something there, but it never really took off, and we might either scrap it and tear it down or repurpose it, but it's a little far away. This is my office, and here we go. It's about as big as the atrium is, actually, and I got some tools here. I have a crafting table, furnace, my own alchemy stand, and my cauldron. I have my windows that look out across the sea, and of course I want to keep an eye on what's going on the campus, so I have these big glass windows here so I can see across the entire campus grounds. And my doggy. Hello, puppy. Hi, Leia. Hello? Hello? No? Not going to look at me? Okay, there we are. So that's my dog. And one other thing that I really liked that we did in the old world, and I'm going to try and do better this time around, is whenever things happened, we wrote down journal entries about them so we could keep track of what's going on, and so that people could come through and read what's going on in the new world. Same thing here, and also here is my desk where I can sit and take care of business at the academy. And up here, this is something that I really like making. It's sort of a magic dais. If you remember that scene where Saruman in the Fellowship of the Ring, he's casting down a magic spell standing on top of Isengard. I wanted something similar to that, but, good instead of evil. So that's what this is. I'm standing here on top of this magic lapis lazuli circle with candles all around me and this chanting book here, calling down magic to help me in my quests and to smite my enemies and to aid my allies. And that covers most of our structures except for one last one, which I know you are very much curious to see. You've been wondering why I've been avoiding it. Well, don't worry anymore, because here I am. I'm going to show it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the crown jewel of the Heroes Academy. It's big, and it was mostly made by hunting for aces, actually. He built most of it by himself, and I really only helped him out with the roofs. This is Frazier Memorial Stadium, made in honor of the late Leroy, who died at the old academy. And it's actually quite a nice stadium. It's very big. It's got a fun game type already set up for it. There's seats around for everyone to sit in. So what sort of games do we play here at the stadium? Well, we don't have Quidditch because we don't have flying brooms, but everybody still gets a jersey dyed their team color. They get a wooden sword because we don't want them running around and killing each other with iron swords. They get some bows and some arrows. And what they do is it's essentially a capture the flag match. Our students start back here and they run through the door. They run across the entire field to their opponent's chest. And once they get inside the chest, they find a block of wool. And inside they grab the wool, put it in their inventory, bring it back to their own team's location, and they throw it over the fence to score a point. And we haven't ever really had a match yet, but we'll get there someday. And you can also see that there's a whole lot of glowstone around, so everything's lit up very well at night. There won't be any creepers spawning in, trying to ruin our day. So we have some very good safety in there. And of course we have seats up top too, so you can either stand around the fence at the bottom or stand at the seats up top here and watch your favorite teams go at it. That pretty much covers everything that there is to see at the Heroes Academy. If you guys have any suggestions for things that we should add or things that we should modify, things that you think just don't work, well, I can't say that I'm going to follow every single one of them. I can't say I'll act on every single one, but I'll certainly take your advice into consideration. And if you want to get in on this action, if you want to be a part of the Heroes Academy, well, you can leave me a comment or a message on my Facebook page or my Twitter page, and I'll see if I can get back in touch with you. And if you seem like a nice guy and you seem willing to play by our rules, then we would be happy to welcome you to the Heroes Academy. I'll see you next time as we tour another part of the server. So thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you next time.